every day has to be big or extraordinary. Sometimes it is the small choices to try to explore and to listen that makes all the difference. And when you open yourself to new experiences, you would be surprised to what you might discover. So today, let's take that step together. I am Bea Santiago, and let's go Rampa with me.
Sobrang sarap. Meron po bang seconds na kailangan mo? May bagong hobby ang mga magaganda, pickleball, at ang makakalaro natin, 2013 Miss Universe third runner-up and two-time gold medalist, Ariella Arida. Kaya tara, go play with me. And we're still here at the Pickleball Hub here in Sukat with the one and only Miss Universe 2013 third runner-up, Ariella Arida. Ara, two-time gold medalist ka. I mean, from being a beauty queen, I know you love running, you love volleyball, and now, Miss Pickleball. Who introduced it to you?
Actually, I'm just lucky I have friends who started it already. Pero like, we all started as a beginner and then I have these friends. Tapos, na-invite lang ako if I want to try pickleball.
Yeah, because I know na before siya sumikat, nakapasok ka na.
Yeah, actually,
Siya ang one of the very first na...
hindi naman very first, but before it got so popular, because now really it's so popular. I mean, during my time, I had a hard time finding a court pa. To the point, sabi ko nga, who is this girl waking up at like 5 a.m. because I have to get ready kasi 6 a.m. yung training ko. Kasi that's the only time na may available na court.
She's one of those that wakes up at 4:30 just for a run before the whole day starts.
Yeah, I run like that.
Before nung beauty queen pa kami. And now, even as a national director, how do you afford to make time to your hobbies? Na naging two-time gold medalist ka pa, girl.
Pinaulit-ulit na yung 2 times.
I'm very proud of you.
Oh, thank you. And of course, I still know my priorities. Pag talaga, alam mo, syempre, pag sa time natin, pag busy ka talaga, like
Yes.
parang 4 straight days busy. So I make sure, alam mo, kapag may one day akong free, minsan naglalaro ako 2-3 times a day ng pickleball. I'm thankful to pickleball kasi alam mo, sobrang nakaka-enjoy siya. I enjoy the game, I enjoy the company. The community here is so friendly. Like you see naman at my background, right? These people, actually, they don't know each other. Like me when I started playing. So this is what you call open play. So it's like open play, it's open to everyone. There's an app na you can sign up and you can just put your name. And then, ito, yung iba nito, first time lang nila to meet each other. And then eventually, you'll become friends. It's not intimidating. Na, even if you don't have racket sports like me, I don't have any racket sports. And what's nice, it's a sport for all ages.
Talagang focus ka and then nagiging 100% gold medalist agad.
Actually, hindi ko rin alam, di ba? It started as an addiction. And then eventually, actually, the latest tournament I got in, that was in Cebu pa, girlfriend of mine who I started with. Siya yung nakakita nung pagka-beginner level ko hanggang I played with him all the time. So, he's the one who invited me na there's a tournament in Cebu kung gusto ko mag-partner with him. So, we started as a beginner na naglaro and now we played at intermediate. So, we made it. You know, like in these games, even if you lose, you don't feel like losing kasi you still had fun.
So, sino-sino yung mga kilalang tao na pwede mong masabi na, natalo mo?
O hindi naman,
Natalo.
that I played with. So very recently, so this is the second time I went to Cebu. The first time was I was with Feli Atienza, the wife of Kuya Kim Atienza. I played with Nicole Cordobes too.
Nicole is also very competitive.
Yeah, and she has a tennis background. And then I've seen Kat also played sometimes, but I haven't played with her. Recently, I had with this company, they had a foundation day, so they invited celebrities to play alongside with their employees. So I played with Roljun Cruz. Raver also plays. Si Diana Zubiri and the husband, si Andy Smith. They're pretty good.
Mahal ba siya?
Alam mo, ika-compare ko siya sa padel and tennis. I mean, court-wise, when you reserve the court, I would think it's still much cheaper than renting a tennis court or padel court because the court is a lot smaller than tennis and padel. So, and then, actually, syempre mag-invest tayo sa racket, dun sa the paddle that you're using. Kasi sa akin naman, like when I'm starting, I can get a racket na parang as good as 2K, alam mo yun, just starting.
Yeah.
But since my vision is, no, I'm gonna be professional on this
Another Miss
part.
Universe na naman.
So, kinuha ko na yung paddle na alam ko na pwede ng diretso na pang tournament. Para hindi na ako mag-change, which is, actually, siguro yun yung mabigat sa bulsa. And then, for the shoes, of course, since the ideal court is like this talaga. Like cement, pero may grit siya. The brands now has a specific pickleball shoes now. And then the outfit, of course, whatever you're comfortable to. Actually, one of the reasons I like pickleball is because I can wear a tennis outfit and it looks cute. That way, I can go out without makeup. Because pickleball, I don't mind. I'm like, my makeup is my sweat. Wow, confidence. Yes, of course, everyone. Of course, we're here now at Pickleball Hub. It's one of the courts that I'm playing in. And I like you really, guys, to try pickleball. You don't know how addicting that is, obviously. You can really feel that excitement. And most especially, it's a stress-free sports, guys. Like, I don't know, iba talaga yung saya na dudulot nito sa akin, guys.
Thank you so much for having time. Tara, Ara, go play with me.
That was such a fun way to get moving. And yes, pickleball is definitely having a moment. And with former Miss Universe Philippines Ariella Arida joining in, it just goes to show how this sport is bringing people together. Whether you are a beginner or already competitive, but after all that energy, I think I deserve something a little more indulgent. In the heart of the culinary map of Negros Occidental, there is a place where the flame isn't just a tool, it's a storyteller. Welcome to SAUMA. Here, the air carries the scent of burning wood and the weight of tradition, reimagined by one of the most intentional minds in the industry. Chef Don Colmenares doesn't just cook, he curates experiences. Known for his deep roots in Negros, and a relentless drive for authenticity, Don has built a reputation for honest food. But honesty in a kitchen requires a grueling amount of prep and a refusal to take shortcuts. For Don, the journey to SAUMA was a return to the basics: fire, salt, and time. It's a philosophy that rejects the clinical perfection of modern gastronomy in favor of something more primal.
My mom was tossing around the name SAUMA around because we are in the farm, is in literally in the boonies. We're an hour away from Bacolod. And my wife, Kim, was the one who said, like, it sounds actually nice if you put it together. And then I said, let's try it. So when we were thinking about, our concept SAUMA We really wanted to have the name be easily translatable to what we're doing, to what we're showing. So we stuck with the SAUMA, but it's just literally SAUMA, in the farm. All the origins of the cuisine that you find in Negros are all cooked open flame. So the way that we want to translate that into our cooking is because we want to show that when you have fire, when you have smoke, the food actually tastes better. When we make our kinilaw, so our kinilaw is also a little bit different. So we pre-smoke the fish, but it's still entirely raw. And then it changes the dimension of the flavor profile, the accent of the dish. It gives it that whole new meaning. And then we like to play around because it also shows us that we can do indirect cooking, we can do direct cooking, we can do roasting, we can do slow bake, we can do slow roast, we can do high sear. So it's all the types of cooking methods you can do on LPG. You can do it using wood so easily. But it also teaches us a lot about the patience that we need to apply. So slow cooking is literally from the name slow because it takes 5 to 6 hours minimal just to cook like a lamb leg or a lamb shoulder or beef short ribs. And we appreciate the food more when you put that effort into that style of cooking. As much as possible, we'll really use the local wood we can get here. The intensity of the flavor of the smoke will really depend on what you want to accomplish for your dish.
Take, for instance, the signature dishes that have come to define the space. Every plate is a balance of textures. The char of the grill meeting the brightness of local ferments.
So if you want light smoke, we can still use the mango tree, but it's just that instead of doing it for 30 minutes, we'll only do it for 15 minutes. Because it's not always the same. It's not perfectly round, it's not perfectly oblong, it's not perfectly square. A lot of my plating style or my presentation style is very rustic. And I enjoy presenting it on plates that look irregular. And especially if it's handmade plates coming from Negros, like what my mom does. Depending on the plate, that is when we know how to serve it. We discovered that molasses and Negros is not used enough in food. It's always used as a product for liquor. It's always used as a product to turn into something else or to feed to horses, to feed the pigs, to the baka. But it's not normally used anymore as a food. So for us, when we make our own sauces, when we do our bordelaise, when we do our version of a reduction, we actually use molasses as basically one of the main components as a sweetener, but at the same time as a back note to majority of our sauces here in SAUMA.
The name SAUMA itself carries weight. It's a nod to heritage, yet the execution is undeniably modern. It's a bridge between the kitchen of our ancestors and the sophisticated palates of today. Don has managed to make old world feel like the new frontier. Under the heat of the service lights, the vision comes to life. It's a controlled chaos where Chef Don leads with a quiet intensity. There are no loud theatrics here, just a steady hum of a team that understands the stakes of every single bite.
Degustation that we're taught is very basically like a crescendo. So you start from you slowly work your way up to the high note. The way that we do ours is that our amuse-bouche actually really is the one that tells the story for SAUMA. Because in just one plate with 3 different components is the entire story of SAUMA. So for us, the first intense bite that you get of who we are in SAUMA is that amuse-bouche. And then in the middle is maybe the versions of kinilaw that we do, because we also want to show how diverse a kinilaw is. It's not just suka, gata, ginger, and all of those. There are so many versions of it that you can actually combine like a Mediterranean style. You do Filipino ingredients. And finally would be the dessert. The dessert is always the last. It may not look like the highlight, but the flavors are the ones that we want to speak out the most. Because maybe in our dessert, we'll have 5 different components that would take us at least a day each to produce. So it's really a balance of the beginning, the in-between, and the end. It's really the experience of SAUMA. We really want to show the old school hacienda lifestyle, that it's so peaceful. You won't hear cars passing by, you won't hear a honk of anything. You hear the chickens clucking, you hear the birds chirping, you hear the cows mooing. And for them to say that we never realized that there's something like this in Negros, for us, that's a goal achieved for us because we want to show that Negros is not just all about Kansi. It's not all about Inasari. We have places that are like this, like us in SAUMA, that you just need to travel just a little bit and it's really worth the effort. And for us, we also have that incentive to make the best experience for you possible, that when you go back home to Manila, when you go back home to the States, or when you go back home to Australia, you talk about SAUMA. And when you plan a visit to come back, you have a different experience all over it.
At SAUMA, the meal ends, but the warmth remains. Don Colmenares isn't just feeding a city, he's reminding us what it feels like to gather around fire again.
From something flavorful to something thought-provoking, our next guest is known for her strong voice and commitment to truth. Someone who uses her platform to tell stories that matter and spark important conversation. Let's sit down with the one and only Lala Dinglasan. Most of us believe that life imitates art. And there's no better art form which mirror our lives than dancing. Flow, movement, and grace. These are some of the few characteristics one must achieve to make that perfect move. Through Dance Floor and Life, celebrated choreographer Lala Dinglasan teaches us how dancing on some of the biggest stage helps us express and cope with life challenges.
Okay, on a serious note, let me just ask. I know that one of the fundamentals of doing a great rampa is dancing. Why is it that way?
Because, we may say it this way, everything is choreographed, but the way you move, the way you put yourself out there is how you do it. So that's why, for me, that great rampa and dance is part of it.
How did it become a thing for you? Like, when did it started? How did it grow?
Oh my God, since I was born. No, I guess it's a talent that I got it from my dad. Can you imagine? So my dad is the dancer. My dad, the one can move, not my mom.
So you're basically born into dancing. Oh, wow.
Pero nadamay na rin siya as a partner and all that. So seeing that and all, and then from a very young age, if I can clearly remember it, like prep, I'm already like in front and doing like the leader and all that. And then it honed my love for dancing, like modern and all that, when I did gymnastics and I was a cheerleader for UP.
From being a cheerleader in high school and college to expanding her discipline in dancing, Lala knew it was her calling. She later went on to different performing arts that further honed her grace.
So, just remembering that, because I just saw chorus line and I was like, wow! All the people, like, I bump it. You should have been there on stage, or you could have been, parang it brings back, like, wow, I just really love to be a performer.
As the queen of belly dancing in the Philippines,
oh, thank you.
She brought belly dancing in the Philippines, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for bringing that here.
Okay.
Because a lot of Filipinas are very uncomfortable in loving ourselves and moving a little bit of our hips, our bodies, and just really being ourselves while dancing.
Since then, Lala conquered bigger stages, from big events, TV shows, and even commercials. Lala danced through it all, but every move she takes will then take a deeper meaning and purpose in her life.
And I would use that also. Until now, I still use that whenever I'm down. I ask my friends, can we go to your house and just dance like no one's watching?
Correct. That's the best way to beat sadness, grief, which I can go and I can go and say that, and I go through it because I lost my husband 4 years ago from COVID, and we really have a very, very good relation. We may not be perfect, but we have the same personality. And I have a 19 and 21-year-old daughters now, Annika and Marina.
After the death of your husband, how was dancing? Like, did you lose love for dancing, or how did you cope up? How did dancing also
Yes,
come
so
into?
with the dancing, okay, this is how I did it. I bombard myself with work. As in, I dance in Wildflower, dancing part of my friends. I got all the like, can you dance this? Can you choreograph? Can you do? I did everything to keep myself busy. And that was actually my outlet.
Lala continued to deal with life, much like difficult dance moves. She also gained learnings that continues to enrich and share with her students on and off the dance floor.
And that's what I'm trying to imbibe also with my kids and instill with them na parang do everything with your heart. Parang mahirap pilitin kung hindi mo gusto, di ba?
Yes.
And with also me, like being a teacher, choreographer, I always tell myself, and also my other co-teachers and all that, for you to be a better person or a better teacher, or whatever craft you do, for you to be a better teacher, as I mentioned, you will be forever a student. Always be open to all ideas, may it be the new bloods or the old bloods. Kasi parang, hindi naman ikaw lang yung magaling eh. It's better nga, you get different ideas from different people and make it your own. But, yun nga, with the dancing, it kept me alive. Because, you know, even if you teach, even if you perform, the music gives you the gusto, gives you the, you know, gives you the vibe to do everything. So parang, iniisip ko na lang, I'm giving joy to everyone. And if I give joy to everyone, it comes back to me.
Yes.
And that's what's important also, self-care.
Self-care.
So parang, I went back to everything I know. I went back to gymnastics. I went back, of course, I still have my dancing and all that.
Lala saw and taught dancing as a way to train oneself that movement is life, that dancing is a way to keep oneself in the best form both physically and mentally. And I am so glad that I myself got to personally experience that.
Pwede mong gawin yan in the morning, or if it in your lifestyle, mas gusto mo in the afternoon or evening, it doesn't matter. But give yourself time. That's how I do it. Give yourself time, and of course, yan, pwede ka nang mag a happy hour, drinks, sasyalan, then.
If you want to learn great moves and grace, you may join Lala's classes in her studio. So go out and dance your worries away on your next Rampa. When you talk about women who have made a lasting impact, both in pageantry and beyond, she is definitely one of them. A former Miss International title holder, a cultural advocate, and a woman who has dedicated her life to preserving Filipino heritage. Let us take a look at our forever queen, Gemma Cruz Araneta. In today's time, the Philippines holds a powerhouse status in pageantry. This is largely due to major organizations and pageant systems that help build our winnability. But before the streak, there was a woman who started it all. In 1964, she was the first Filipina to bring home the very first Grand Slam title for the Philippines and in Southeast Asia. Gemma Cruz came from a historic family line that descended from our national hero, Jose Rizal, through his sister Maria. Gemma Cruz competed at the Miss Philippines 1964 pageant, a local pageant through the city of Manila, and earned the right to represent the Philippines at the Miss International pageant in Long Beach, California, USA. She competed against 42 other delegates and earned the title as the 5th Miss International and first Asian to do so. Upon winning the title, Gemma went on to become a popular figure in the Philippines. She was awarded as Outstanding Manilena and was conferred a Golden Heart presidential decoration from then-President Diosdado Macapagal. She eventually served the government when the President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. appointed her as director of the National Museum and became a member of National Historical Commission. In 1998, she was appointed by former President Joseph Estrada as Tourism Secretary. In 2001, she returned to writing as a columnist for the Manila Bulletin. Today, Gemma Cruz Araneta is still active in society gatherings. She is now the chairman emeritus of the Heritage Conservation Society
and still actively conducts lectures about the Philippines' history, culture, and heritage. That's a beautiful legacy for our first Filipina and Asian Miss International.
Gemma Cruz. She is a true icon. Now let's take a quick look at what's been making headlines, from culture to lifestyle and everything in between. BTS continues to prove their global influence, even without showing up. Despite not attending this year's Met Gala, the group still emerged as one of the most talked about names on social media, dominating online conversations during fashion's biggest night. And in South Korea, their impact goes beyond further, with international fans filling up city-run accommodations in Busan during their tour, showing just how powerful BTS effect remains. Meanwhile, Filipino-Brazilian beauty queen Alexa Nunez Mueller-Roger is proudly representing the Philippines on the international stage. The 27-year-old competed in the inaugural Miss Grand International All-Stars, choosing to represent her adopted home over her country of birth. For her, representation goes beyond origin, saying that while she was born in Brazil, her heart and commitment belongs to the Philippines. In pageantry, a new generation of Filipina-American beauty queens are ready to take center stage in 2026. Miss Universe Philippines Bea Windorski, Miss World Philippines Asia Rose Simpson, and Miss International Philippines Katrina Ann Johnson are set to represent the country in the biggest global pageants. 3 different journeys as Phil-Am queens, but one shared goal, which is to bring pride to the Philippines on the world stage. And in beauty and fashion, 20 years after its release, the Devil Wears Prada continues to influence beauty and style. According to makeup artist Nikki Liderman, the secret behind its timeless look is simple. They were built on character, not trends. A reminder that while trends may come and go, authenticity and story will always stand the test of time.
And that's why we Rampa, to try new things, taste new experiences, and learn from people who inspire us to see the world differently. So whether it's picking up a new sport, or discovering a new favorite spot, or listening to a story that stays with us forever, go for it. I'm Bea Santiago, and I'll see you in the next Rampa with me.